For years, fans have been asking the same question about Pirates of the Caribbean 6. Is Jack Sparrow finally coming back? Because according to franchise producer Jerry Bruckheimer, the answer might not be what people expected after years of silence. New updates about the future of Pirates of the Caribbean are starting to appear, and some of them could completely change what Pirates 6 looks like. In a recent update, longtime Pirates producer Jerry Bruckheimer revealed something that immediately caught the attention of fans. He said that if the decision were up to him, Johnny Depp would absolutely return as Jack Sparrow in the next film. That is one of the strongest signals in years that the legendary pirate might still have a future in the franchise. But there is an important detail. Bruckheimer did not confirm anything officially. His words were very careful, "if it were up to me," which means the final decision still belongs to Disney. And that uncertainty is exactly what has been driving the fan discussions online. Because for many viewers, Jack Sparrow and Pirates of the Caribbean are practically the same thing. The character has been the face of the entire franchise for more than 20 years, and a lot of fans believe that a Pirates movie without him would feel like something completely different. At the same time, there is another idea that Disney has reportedly been exploring, a soft reboot. This approach would keep the Pirates universe alive, but shift the focus toward a new generation of characters. That means new heroes, a new story, and possibly smaller appearances from older characters. It is a strategy many studios use when a long-running franchise starts reaching a turning point. Instead of restarting everything from zero, the story continues in the same world, but with new faces taking the lead. Whether that is a smart direction for Pirates is something fans are still debating. Some think it could refresh the series, others believe the franchise works best when the original characters remain at the center of the story. And that brings up another character fans constantly ask about. Will Turner. Actor Orlando Bloom has previously said that he would be open to returning to the role, but so far, there has been no official confirmation about whether Will Turner will appear in the next film. Still, the character's story was left open in the previous movies, which means a return is always possible. Another piece of the puzzle involves Margot Robbie. For several years, Hollywood insiders have talked about a Pirates project built around her as the lead. Originally, the idea was a spin-off set in the same world as the main films, but the project has gone through multiple changes. Scripts were rewritten, the production was paused, and at one point, the film seemed to disappear completely. Now, the big question is whether that idea will remain a separate spin-off, or eventually become connected to Pirates of the Caribbean 6 itself. And when you look at all these updates together, a pattern starts to appear. Disney clearly knows the franchise still has huge potential, but the studio also seems unsure about the exact direction. Different scripts, different rumors, reboot or continuation, new characters or the return of the old crew. Right now, the future of Pirates of the Caribbean feels less like a finished map and more like an ocean that is still being explored. But the possible return of Jack Sparrow is not the only thing fans are talking about right now. Because behind the scenes of Pirates of the Caribbean 6, several new rumors and industry updates have started circulating at the same time. Some of them involve a completely new generation of pirates. Others reveal just how complicated the development of the next film has actually been. And together, they show something very interesting. Disney is clearly still trying to figure out what the future of Pirates of the Caribbean should really look like. One rumor that has been circulating for a while involves the possible introduction of a new character connected directly to Jack Sparrow. According to several discussions in the fan community, the story of the next film could involve a son of Jack Sparrow. In this version of the idea, the franchise could shift toward a younger pirate, a new crew, a new generation of characters exploring the same ocean, while Jack Sparrow himself might appear more like a legendary figure from the past, something closer to a myth than the main hero of the story. For now, this idea remains unconfirmed, but the rumor has appeared often enough that fans continue to debate whether Disney might eventually explore that direction. Still, there is one challenge with this concept. For many viewers, Jack Sparrow is not just another character in the franchise. He is the identity of the entire series, and replacing a character like that is not something that usually happens easily in long-running film franchises. There is also another factor Disney has to consider: timing. The last Pirates movie, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, was released back in 2017. That means the franchise has now been quiet for more than 8 years, and during that time, the entertainment industry itself has changed dramatically. Streaming platforms exploded, audience habits shifted, and an entirely new generation of viewers grew up with completely different blockbuster franchises, which creates a strange risk for Disney. If the studio moves too far away from the original characters, older fans might lose interest. But if the story only focuses on nostalgia, it might struggle to capture a new audience. Balancing those two worlds is one of the biggest challenges facing the next Pirates movie. Another major update comes from the development side of the project. According to industry reports, the script for the next Pirates movie has gone through several different versions over the years. Multiple writers have been involved in shaping the story, including Craig Mazin, known for his work on Chernobyl, also Ted Allott, one of the original writers who helped create the early Pirates films, and Jeff Nathanson, who previously worked on Pirates of the Caribbean. Dead Men Tell No Tales. That particular film received mixed reactions from audiences and critics. While it was still a box office success, many viewers felt the story did not reach the same level as the earlier movies, which explains why Disney has continued to rethink the direction of the next script. The studio appears determined to find the right story before officially moving forward. But one thing seems very clear: Disney has not abandoned the franchise. Far from it. The Pirates series remains one of the studio's most valuable brands. Across the 5 films released so far, the franchise has generated more than $4.5 billion worldwide. And beyond the movies themselves, the brand continues to exist across theme parks, merchandise, and other Disney properties, which means the 6th film is not really a question of if. It is more a question of when and how the studio plans to bring the franchise back in a way that both longtime fans and new audiences will accept. There is also another major challenge behind the scenes: budget. Pirates movies have always been extremely expensive productions: massive ocean filming, large-scale action scenes, heavy visual effects, and of course, major Hollywood stars. For example, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides reportedly cost around $379 million, making it one of the most expensive movies ever made. However, the film still earned over $1 billion worldwide, which shows just how powerful the franchise used to be at the box office. But after such a long pause, Disney may now be considering a slightly different strategy. One possibility is reducing the overall scale of the next film, focusing on new characters, and controlling production costs more carefully. From a studio perspective, the risk is clear. Disney does not want to repeat the mixed reception of Pirates 5, but they also do not want to release a new movie without enough excitement around it, which is why the studio may be waiting for the perfect moment, the right script, the right cast, and the right direction for the next chapter of Pirates of the Caribbean. Because after such a long silence, the next voyage of this franchise cannot afford to feel small. So the next obvious question becomes, when could we actually see the next film? Right now, Disney has not confirmed an official release date for Pirates of the Caribbean 6, but based on development timelines and industry reports, many insiders believe the movie could realistically arrive somewhere around 2027 or later. For now, nothing has been officially announced, but after years of silence, the ocean might finally be preparing for another voyage.